We are Dani, Will and Bailey the little dog, and we have moved to an abandoned farm here in the mountains in the north of Portugal. Join us as we set up an off-grid homestead, renovate our house and work towards self-sufficiency. We will be doing everything ourselves and learning a lot of new skills as we go. Hey everyone! I am standing in the middle of the start of the first swale on our property. I have a lot more to dig, so I will get on with it.
Such thing as time. Now we can go anywhere we wanna go. Ooh, there's no place we can go. Ooh, my home is when I'm alone with you. With you.
Started to fill up with leaves here already. So I've got to about here with this one. And I want to keep going for quite a bit, right over to the oak tree behind the fig tree. So quite a bit further still to go. That swale continues underneath this pathway, across the pathway, down to here, and then it comes through this way, through this way, and I plan to continue it right round. So the pond's just there. Plan to continue it right round this wall here behind the compost bins, right over towards them pine trees in the distance. So one quite big swale around this terrace, and then we have ones to do on the next terrace up, but have to start somewhere. So the pond is here, and over this side is where the swale needs to continue. Mint is growing wild here. At least it smells fresh. Because the pond isn't sealed, the water is overflowing from the pond down this way and around this way, and that's causing this terrace to flood. What we really want is for it to flow this way. We've got bits of wire that I need to take away, and then weeds to pull up, and the trench to dig at the other side. Eventually we will seal the pond so that the water isn't just running off, so that any extra water is just being held in the swales. Maybe some stones will help. We have gathered up all these slate posts, so many of them, and all this rusty wire just from this little area here surrounding our pond. Looks a lot better though, not having rusty wire everywhere. I dug this section this morning. Continues right up this way. It's just at the top of the bank here, beneath the wall. Continues right up. Continues right up here. This is the area where our grey water comes out from our drainage system. And it continues around this way. And eventually it will flow off the terrace.
I'm just down sorting some wood out for our fire from all the dried, dead trees that we had around our land, kept under this shelter just to keep them dry. Some sticks for lighting it. I'm going to chainsaw some of the bigger chunks up. And Bailey has just found a wee spot in the corner to sit, nice and dry in there. Yeah, good spot for you.
the trench so far. Messy. I think I might need to go get some clippers to clip these away. Ugh. Clip the roots away. So from being a nice day, the rain has taken over, but I think I've worked it out down here. So this is the pond, the spot where the water's coming out. I've built a little bit of a dam so not all the water can flow to the left, and I have it all coming round to the right. It's moving slowly. Slowly. But it's starting to filter down. So I'm hoping I'll go and get dried up. And by that, I'll check back later and hopefully there'll be water in it. This little swale now has water in underneath this pathway. Slowly trickling out this side. and right along. The water is no longer gushing through this area. It's just trickling down there. So we've managed to slow the water flow down a lot. And in this ditch here that runs behind the compost bin, the overflow water from the pond is trickling along here nicely. Fill up here. It's trickling up past where the cave was. And then it slopes down here, creating an increased faster flow between these rocks and across here. Flows along this way. Will and I have cut the trees back here because it then was flooding this pathway. And this pathway actually leads out to another road, another entrance to our property. We don't use it as a driveway at the moment, but perhaps in the future we will, so we didn't want it to flood. So it's trickling down this way alongside the road. Through this pipework, which was already in place, we just had to uncover. The pipework goes underneath the pathway. And out this side. And then that little ditch carries on right along the road and down into the forest eventually. So the whole process of digging the ditches and swales has been really hard work, but it feels so good to be outside working. And yeah, although my back's a little bit stiff, I've actually, dare I say, enjoyed it. Of course, the water's flowing at quite a rate now, but the plan is to fix the pond, dam it up, and then it will just be the overflow from the pond that goes into the swales, as well as rainwater. So the water will hopefully be held for a bit longer rather than running off so fast. But I'm really pleased that we've managed to slow down the water that was just pouring over the land. So it's really helped some of the areas that were completely waterlogged are drying out a good bit already, which is a great result. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do. Next week we will be going back to the kitchen to show you more of our updates on that. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next week.